Hey Ambitination, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a game-changing concept, creating your own villain. Inspired by Andrew Tate's philosophy, this is all about unleashing your inner power and pushing yourself to new heights. Let's get into it. In every great story, there's a hero and a villain. Think about it. Batman has the Joker, Superman has Lex Luthor, Rocky has Apollo Creed. These villains aren't just adversaries, they're what push our heroes to their limits, force them to evolve, and ultimately, help them become who they were meant to be. But here's the twist. In your story, the most powerful villain you'll ever face isn't some external force or person. It's not your boss, not your competitors, not that person who doubted you or the one who broke your heart. No, the most dangerous villain is someone you create yourself. This is where Andrew Tate's philosophy comes in. Andrew Tate, a four-time kickboxing world champion and motivational speaker, talks about this concept of creating your own villain, building an enemy that's always one step ahead, who never quits, never slacks off, and never takes a single day for granted. So why does this matter? Because in your journey to become the best version of yourself, you need a constant, relentless opponent. Not to destroy you, but to push you to be more than you ever thought you could be. Let's get real. Life isn't a movie. Most of us don't have some arch nemesis plotting against us every day. Our biggest battles are internal, fighting against laziness, self-doubt, fear, and the comfort of the familiar. We don't have a Joker trying to bring out our dark side. But what if you did? What if you created a villain that represents everything you wish you were but aren't yet? Imagine this, there's another version of you. This version is flawless. He, or she, does everything you wish you could do, but better. Your villain wakes up early without hitting snooze, eats clean every meal, works out like a beast, reads instead of scrolling, invests instead of spending, takes risks, and never backs down from a challenge. This version of you is charismatic, disciplined, and always one step ahead. Picture your villain. Imagine what they look like. How do they dress? How do they walk? What kind of energy do they radiate when they enter a room? Your villain is the one who aces every test, nails every presentation, and always gets the girl or the guy. They don't procrastinate, they don't complain, and they definitely don't make excuses. They're everything you aspire to be but aren't, yet. And this villain? He's not here to help you. He's here to crush you. But instead of letting that scare you, use it. Use it as fuel. Creating your own villain means you're never off the hook. There's no escape. Every day is a battle against a version of yourself that doesn't compromise. Andrew Tate's philosophy is simple: your villain is your greatest competitor. They're better than you in every way, and your job is to outwork, outthink, and outperform them. Tate often says that when he stopped competing professionally, he needed a new opponent. He needed a reason to keep training, keep pushing, and keep winning. That's when he realized his true opponent wasn't another fighter. It was the perfect version of himself, the one who was always training harder, always hustling, and always a step ahead. So how do you create your own villain? Start by defining exactly who they are. Write down every detail. What does this perfect version of you do every day? What habits do they have? How do they handle stress, failure, and setbacks? Are they waking up at 5 a.m. while you're still snoozing? Are they studying while you're binge-watching? Are they at the gym while you're on the couch? Write down at least 25 to 30 things that make your villain unbeatable. This list is your blueprint. It's a constant reminder of who you need to become. But here's the kicker, your villain doesn't hate you. They don't want you to fail, they want you to rise to their level. The better you get, the better they become. They will always be that little bit stronger, smarter, faster, pushing you to chase them endlessly. Now, this isn't about self-loathing or unrealistic expectations. It's about setting a bar so high that it forces you to evolve. It's about accountability. Your villain is the ultimate test of who you are versus who you could be. Every day you have a choice, to let your villain win, or to step up and fight back. And here's the truth, you're not going to win every day. Some days, your villain will beat you. You'll snooze the alarm, you'll skip the gym, you'll eat that junk food. That's part of the game. But the point is to get back up, to keep fighting, and to never let your villain be the reason you quit. It's easy to get comfortable. To say, I did enough. But did you? Did you really? When you compare yourself to others, you might feel accomplished. But compared to your villain? Compared to the perfect version of yourself? You've got work to do. And that's a good thing. It means you've got more to give, more to achieve, and more to fight for. Andrew Tate's message isn't just about creating a villain, it's about creating a reason to fight every day. When you have no one else pushing you, no one else driving you, your villain is there, silently reminding you that you're capable of more. Here's your challenge. Today, sit down and design your villain. Write down their habits, their mindset, their discipline. Make it clear. The more detailed, the better. And then, every single day, make it your mission to beat that villain. When you're tired, think about your villain training harder. When you're about to make an excuse, imagine your villain wouldn't. This isn't just a motivational tool, it's a battle plan. Think of every successful person you know. The top athletes, the best entrepreneurs, the greatest artists, they all have one thing in common. They compete against a version of themselves that never settles. That's their villain. And it's why they're unstoppable. Remember, your villain isn't here to destroy you. They're here to make you. To test you. To push you beyond your limits. The struggle is the point. It's where growth happens. Heroes aren't born, they're forged in the fires of their own battles. And your villain is the heat that makes you stronger. So, the next time you're faced with a choice, stay comfortable or push harder, think about your villain. Are you going to let him win today, or are you going to rise up and fight back? The battle is every day. And it's a battle worth fighting. That's it for today, Ambitination. Create your villain. Face him every day. And remember, the hero of your story is made by the villain you create. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more content like this, and let me know in the comments, who is your villain? Until next time, keep pushing, stay motivated, and never stop fighting.